Right on, right on, right on. Sorry, no big intro tonight, nothing like that. Um, like I said, welcome in. We're going to mess around here on my civil project here for maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then we're going to jump into a map tour tonight, okay? So hang loose. We're going to mess around with this. I'm timing some things out here, so I need to, lack of a better word, stall a little time here. And then once I get to that point, then we'll jump into this map tour we got some pretty cool stuff to look at tonight. So stay tuned, stay tuned. Hopefully everybody's day's been going great. I know mine has. Um, let's see here. What are we gonna do as I mess around here? I think what we gotta do, we've got some pipe put in over here. See this here? Got some in. Need to go ahead and get some more. So let's run in a truck down to the shop. I think I just remembered here. I think you can see. Apparently, we demoed out the neighbor's house here. It's gone. So I probably could have role played that a little better, but sorry. Like I said, we're gonna mess around a little bit here, and then depending on time and stuff like that, it's not too late. Whatever we got a map tour, we're gonna do. Oops. So we might sit and do this for a while, and depending on how everything goes, and we'll jump into that. Okay. We need to get a bunch of that green pipe down there. That's what we need. That load looks kind of scuffed, don't it? What I understand with this is something gets really scuffed when strapping some of these loads down. And then this is an auto load is what I did here. I didn't load this with my tractor. But the reason or my lull or whatever, the reason I didn't is because um, these pipes are kind of scuffed. And what I mean is that you literally can't put them next to each other. These big racks like this. There's like a huge collision outside of them. I don't know how to explain it. Got my phone here somewhere. Yeah. Let's do a couple things. See if this works. Um, oops, wrong stuff. Do that. Scroll to. Oh, there Does. Okay. And then we're going to go down and we're going to get the lull. I don't think the lull's here. I think it's down at the garage. Here it is. We're going to use this to install pipe. Like I said, hopefully everybody's night's going well. We're going to jump in here a little bit, kind of finish up a couple of these projects that we have a map tour that I want to do. But like I said, I'm kind of working on some timing and some things here to do this, so we'll see how it goes. How about that? If it doesn't work out well, then we will do the map tour tomorrow night. One way or another, we will do it, though. I tell you what, as you know, I'll play on quite a few different maps or get quite a few things going, and I am here to tell you this map that we're going to preview is probably one of the most. It can be used for a lot of things. Okay, I'm not going to say it can't, but here's what I'm going to tell you. This is about as big boy farming map that I've ever seen. I mean, this thing is one of the coolest farm style maps that I've ever seen. Oops. Come on. Don't get scared. It's not that. There it is. Yeah, like I said, the collision, look how they're stacked on here. The collisions are just weird on these things. Uh, all right. Now it's going to look a little scuffed, but let's turn this off and that off. Oops. Aren't we next to it? Yeah. It's funny that upward motion is what's getting it each time. I don't know if it'll get it from here. It's like it jumps on there just when you're not expecting it. You know what I mean? I was doing this with the boom truck. I'm just got to come up with a better way. I really like using the excavator and doing single pieces at a time. Oh, look at this. Okay. So I'm pretty sure we got to flip this over. K Farms, how you doing? Hey, buddy. We are, I'm looking to do a map tour here. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight yet or, huh, what do you think of that? That is, I wish I could even remotely come close to that. But I tell you what, Kay, I've spent some time. Oh crap! I spent some time over on that map, and I'm just beside myself with it, man. I'm telling you, I'm just kind of right now. I'm just kind of biding some time here, and I'm going to flip over to it. I think here in a second. Um, I'm kind of trying to time something out a little bit, but um, if I don't do it tonight, I'm going to do it tomorrow for sure. A tour on it. Um, I just had some things come up that interrupted me earlier, and I didn't get as early a start as what I wanted. So, reality is, I think I might put it off till tomorrow night. We'll just wait and see. We'll see how this kind of goes. But I'm glad you're here. And like I said, we're going to get a full tour of that 16x map. And I don't know how long you've been here. Brody, how you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. You are a follower 264. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Got any questions, just let me know. The bottom line is that that map is about the best map I've seen farming in a long time. I mean, you want to talk about, you know, I went up to one of the farms. I bought one already. Even though as I do the tour, I'm not going to really kind of let on to that, if you will. But I did buy one, or the one I expect. But the cattle ranch size and everything, that's in that map is, I'm just like, holy cow, I cannot get over. Um, and then, I bought a couple fields. I'm like, okay, that field doesn't look so big, if you will, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy this series of it. So I might have 400 acres, something like that I got bought. But this field, I drive out to it to look at it, and I'm like, dear Lord, look how big this thing is. And I said, I need to look and see how, physically how big this thing is. And I I go look at the thing on it, and it's like 138 acres. You know what I mean? And I'm worried. Uh, I'm thinking it's kind of a medium size, medium size field. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, kind of crazy. And then the fact, I'm not going to give away what the thing is I found that I texted you about or DM'd you the other night about. I still can't get over that. So now I gotta all my yeah, yeah, there is. Um, I've got all my racing stuff in the game is drag racing stuff. I think I do have a sled puller um, in my mod list somewhere, but I'm gonna have to round up some stuff to to do with that. You know what I mean? Is what, a drag strip? So I'm going to DM you a couple things. I did see a couple things that I know that you'd want to address. You maybe already know them, but I'll send them to you just in case you haven't seen them. Um, you definitely have enough room for that. I have a lot of drag stuff, a lot, and I found some power lines behind the main buy point that go in the ground. They like 45 into the ground, so I would think you'd seen them because it's close to that purchase point. Um, and then I think the other thing I was going to talk to you about is um, the river. Um, I'd like to run barges up down the river, which I put barges on it. I've already built a dock on it for the barges. Um, but I'm kind of working on the depth of the water to make it all work right. So I'll talk with you offline about that. You may not have that in your plans, but it's just something I was looking at. As big as that map is, I think it'd be cool to see barges going up and down the river, with whatever in it. And then the terrain is that has got to be some of the most intense terrain I think I've ever seen in a map. It's like I said, I can't wait. We'll get in here. We'll see how much. We'll see if we can get to it here in a minute. Like I said, I got a couple things going on that I might have to step away. So, oh crap! Hold on. Why did that fall off? It's on now. Need to figure out the water. You mean? Or you want to talk about the water? Because what my plan is like I said, the only reason I haven't started is my plan is to go ahead and do a preview on it through a stream one night, and then I'll post it in my YouTube so that I can have a link to it and push it out to people if they want to see it. You know what I mean? So anybody that wasn't able to catch the stream, I can have it out there and go look at it. Let's see, is that a 1? Is that a 2? Yeah. So I noticed in your map there was a a barge, or there was a big loading dock there on the one end, right? And let's just hold on a minute. Let's hit save. All right, let's do this. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just get into it. You know what I mean? And I'll just tell everybody if they're going to come and bother me, I'll tell them they need to go away so I can get this done. I want to spend about an hour on this. Okay, so that's my key thing. So let's jump into this here. And all right, so basically for the 6 to 8 people that are in here, this is a new map that's out by K Farms, and it's really, really good. I mean, it's really good. As you know, and as people that have been around me for a while, they know I like a lot of different styles. I used to only do farming. Let's see, Salem. Oh wait, let's start out like this. K Farms, Salem, South Dakota. Map tour. Okay. And then let's go down here. Oh, it says I got to add about start. Okay. Farms. All right. Got the tag switched over. I think I got an ad starting soon. So we'll get past that. This thing's loading. But you can see on the screen right now, there's this Patreon, there's this Discord. We can get that in links in the chat here at some point. Hang on a minute, I can do that over here, I think. I think I can. Copy. Oops. Do that. Oh, joint. Hang on a minute. I got to do it on the other machine. Got to do it over here. Hold on. Invite to server. Copy. There's K's Discord. Obviously his don't know if his I'll look and see. I don't know if his Patreon is in here or not. I can always post that. But if you search K Farms Patreon, you'll find it for sure. Okay. All right. So I'm assuming this is the normal starting place. It just brings you to a house. Okay. What I wanted to do, my initial plan is to start in here. This is one of the farms, if you will. But let's jump in here, do something like this, and let's do this right. Okay. This is a setup you're not supposed to see me doing, right? All right. Okay. See? How you like that? Ready to start. So, welcome. This is a map tour for K Farms, Salem, South Dakota. It's still in beta. It's still in testers' hands. I was lucky enough to get a copy of it, and to jump into it and start messing around with it. I can assure you, if your thirst is farming, okay, you are going to um, you're not going to get dehydrated anytime soon. I can assure you. This map is farming, fields, fields, and more fields, and big boy stuff. Right? This map. If you don't have the stomach for big stuff, big fields, big tractors, big operations, big cattle farms, all this stuff, then this map definitely hits all them marks. Okay. Um, I think if we share the map outlet here, okay, see here at the top, see K Farms modding. But what you'll see if I turn around and here's the other thing. This is a 16x map, okay? Did you see how fast I bought everything? Right? How many maps have you been on 4x in size and you go to buy the fields and the computer lags itself out, right? I just can't get over how big this map is and how fast it clicks around to stuff. It's really kind of crazy. And but 16x, and I can assure you that if you got stomach for big fields, here's 345. Even these ones that look medium in size are over 200. You know what I mean? It's crazy how big some of these fields are in here. 32 Kenneth, welcome in. Welcome in. You are follower 265. 265. The reason I wanted everything bought is so that everything kind of pops off the map here. And what I mean is you can see where all the little farms are. There's some hog sheds down here. I think there's some silos here. There's farms everywhere around in here. Here's a little farm here, house, right? A little farm. We're going to visit this stuff. I'm just kind of giving you an idea what's all here. Some of the pre-built stuff, and then obviously there's plenty of room if you want to turn around, grab a field, build your own farm. There are two different communities. There's a series of houses here and here, and then there's a series of houses up here at town. Okay. I think what you heard here from Kay when he kind of first started a little bit, he says he's going to be working on the boats or the barges or something, because this is a really nice waterway running through here. I've got a couple barges sitting up here. We'll go look at them just for shits and giggles, if you will. But I believe he's probably going to work on something down here where it is on a PDA here, right? Something in this area. But I stuck something up here. It's kind of a bridge here and a dead end, so I say, oh, what a better place. And this is a behemoth of a hill and mountain area up here. It's just crazy. This is the farm that hang on a minute. This is a farm that I moved to here, or that I bought. There are, each one of these cow things here are dairies, if you will, are some of the biggest ones I've seen, and there's 6 on this farm. It's nuts. And then this is a huge pasture right through here is what this is. And then there's another farm here, another farm there. See a farm here. Looks like there's another one up here. Yeah, this is a granary up here, a shop. It feels, yeah. See, and there's ones up here as well. So, okay. Let's get in and just drive a little bit so you get a sense of. Now, Kay and I met through a mutual friend, but what he normally knows me doing, and look, see, I had to buy a 2-track tractor because that's If I'm gonna hang out in that crowd, I got to have a 2-track apparently. So I got one bought. It's not yellow, but it's at least a 2-track. So what Kay knows me of is this type of stuff over here on my right. So there's I've at least got a little yard put in, a little storage for my construction company, if you will, and we'll have that at least on here. I don't know how much we're going to do because my plan is to do a lot of farming on this map. Okay. But just so everybody, oh, here, hang on, okay. I was going to show you why I got you here. Hold on. In this field right over here, oh, here it is. See this power pole here straight ahead? See the wires? I'll send you a note later too. Okay. But just to give you an idea just how big this thing is, let's get in this truck and drive over this way. I appreciate you trusting me with your map and to show it off as well. Thank you very much for that. Here's an elevator system in place, functioning already. I mean, look at this. So when I say the map is big, right, and it is, everything else is as well, right? Let's see the loading spots over here on my left. Kind of got like a walkway in there, a deck. Grain trucks will come through here, hopper bottoms. But like I said, everything is just big. I mean, okay, so what he's saying there is, so one of the things that we did back on a prior map, okay, was we bought the co-op. And so I'll give you some ideas, right? You buy the co-op and then you line up, you buy all your sprayers and all your lime spreaders and all that type of stuff, okay? Same way a co-op is in your town, right? You might have anhydrous tanks, you know, you might have a few things that you provide as a co-op, right? And you turn around and you run that business out of here. So in other words, two things. Anytime the farmers on the map need their fields fertilizer lime, they come hire you to do it, right? Anytime that there's a contract in the contract folder over there that has liming or fertilizer, you need to go do that, right? That's them. That's the map hiring you to do that. So then that's literally all you're doing is liming and fertilizing the whole time. It is known that sometimes, you know, where they come in and give some harvester help and some other stuff that co-ops do. But I would suggest then turn around and making possibly a fertilizer production on map somewhere, maybe a lime production, and then you buy from them and haul it here and store it so that you have it for everybody when it is. So in the off season, you're hauling everything here, whether it's your pallets or whatnot to run your business. If you have not tried the invoicing system on your server maps, you're really missing out on a really neat function that you can do with the map. And what I mean by that is if you own this thing here, right, and you sell somebody, you know, 1,000 liters of something, lime fertilizer, whatever it is, then you can send them an invoice for the cost of that, right, and bill them for that, right? Or you turn around and you go and fertilize their field farm. Well, then you turn around, you send an invoice for going and doing all that stuff for you, okay, right? And then there's plenty of mods out there, okay? There's plenty of mods out there that you can go buy in these off the mod hub and stuff, where you can set up rigs like this here. These things fold out the side on here, and you can put your sprayers and your lime sprayers, all that stuff on. You haul them out to the field as one unit, and then you can send a support truck. Gee, Stu, how you doing, man? Missed my last stream? Okay. Well, we were probably just laying pipe, man, digging holes and laying pipe. We're doing a map preview tonight of a of a new map that's coming out. It's in testing still. It's called Salem, South Dakota. It's a 16x, and it's pretty phenomenal to say the least. Okay, so we're just doing a little tour here. So a little bit of Lance driving, a little bit of Lance talking, and you know the rest. But I love it that you have that set up that way, Kate. We can buy that. Here's a little anhydrous area. Again, should be able to buy and own these type things. I think he's still got a little bit of stuff we're doing, so we make sure we can buy everything the way we need to. But just the way you would go and see it in real life. Okay. Now realize everything we've done, we've only come about a mile down the road here. Okay. It's the map is just the detail on the map and what's here is just really nice, really nice, and the quality of the buildings that you're using and the farm stuff is just really nice. But Mr. G Stu, how are you doing, buddy? What's the good? What's the latest? We still rolling some good miles in ATS? Okay, so here's a farm. We call this one the red farm. Again, like I told you, everybody, is these farms are big enough. Garage door. Uh-huh. Right. Little garage door action there. Nice shed. Morton building. Look at that. Not just cold storage. Got a concrete floor in that one. Got a shop here. Right. Overhead storage above the office. Got a big case quad track on the old computer. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Got a little silo system here. And another shed. Yeah, we'll call this one the red one. All right. But again, all the buildings are just the highest quality. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't know how else to explain it other than it's nice, right? This truck has got a weird reverse. I mean, look at this. All right. We're going to hit this farm. We're going to hit that other one over here with the big cattle stuff at it. We might take the carpet helicopter and go look at that. That one's straight. I see that big thing, that big farm way down, straight ahead down there. I just can't begin to tell you how big that is. Oh, 1.6 just dropped. Okay. I thought I seen something on 1.6 coming out that had something to do with company logos or something, or does that sound familiar? Okay, hold on there. Hold on. Got a fishing hole right here on the property, huh? Uh-huh. Yep, hang on. I was fishing on one of these the other day in here. Oh, I had to find me a different fishing spot. It's gonna drag me a big old bass out of there. Yep. So I was in one of your ponds a while ago. Mr. Mike, how you doing? How was your stream? Obviously, I was watching. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming in and raiding with me. We are looking at Salem, South Dakota. Okay. And it is a 16X. It's in beta right now. We're testing it. And so we're obviously looking for things. And you're not going to believe some of the things are in here. I'm almost scared to show you. I don't know the right word is almost scared. I'm pretty much scared to show you. So here's another farm up here. But thank you for coming in, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully, Mr. Mike treated you well. For those here that were in my stream, if you're not following the Mike Pet, please go give him a follow. All right, so this map here we're previewing. This is the name of the map is Salem, South Dakota. It's still in testing, so it's not out yet. Okay, and it is by K Farms. And I think somewhere up in the chat up here a little bit higher, I have a link to his Discord. So if you're not in his Discord, please go there and you can keep up on the updates and when this map will be available. While I have all you here, let's drive down and show them what the thing the other night that I was freaking out about. What? It's the fastest the truck goes. It's wide open. All right. Here. We'll break the truck down. We'll do that. Do this. We'll jump in the corporate helicopter. Make this as fast as go. All right. Let's do this. Now remember where I was. That was the fishing hole. We need to be a little lower so you don't lose sight of everything. Okay. So look at this here. Look at the land elevation change here on a map. That's not off the map up here. Okay. Okay, hurry. All right, hold on. I'll go straight there. It should be right over here. We're going down low because I don't want you to see it at first. So here's the road driving in. It's over here on our right. Looking for the driveway. Tractor pulls and mud bogs. Stock car track. Got the pits out back. Look at this here. My understanding is there could be possibly a drag strip coming here at some point. Don't know that for sure. But yeah. But the key thing here, that I want to show everybody is just look at the elevation changes on this map, right? It's one thing to have a map that's flat like this, and that's what, South Dakota is. It's like this, right? But it also has these elevation changes like this over here. So as you are running your farms, doing your things, right, so on and so forth, then there's this part of the map over here. And I really wanted to have this preview, if you will, before I really kind of jumped in and started doing too much. But like an old mining, you know what I mean? Look at this here. And then there's an elevator up here on top. right? And like I said, if everybody didn't hear, I'll say it again. This is the name of the map is Salem, South Dakota. It is by K Farms, and it is a beta still. So I personally don't have a date. Kay's in here with us, I believe, right now, but I don't believe there's a date yet for release, but I'm sure it can't be too far off. But I mean, just there's a town here. This is that other town I was mentioning to you. Let me put my thing here. Remember that town I mentioned over here towards the middle right? This is that town. So there's a town over here. There's a Case dealership here. That was a John Deere dealership in that other town, right? Which makes sense. So it's a month out, plus or minus, right? So Kay is a full-time IRL farmer as well. He does this as a hobby. So obviously we appreciate the fact that he brings his real life to life for us so we can do this. I understand. Have a great night, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Much love for coming and raid with your raiders and trusting me with your people. I will talk with you tomorrow night. And then the other thing I was mentioning to Kay is about the water. I think he's gonna work on this a little bit so that we can get, because it would be awesome to be able to come and bring grain down to this facility here in some way, or load the barges up on that end way up there and bring the barges down here and offload it to this spot, right? And this is one of my favorite elevators with has the outside corn thing like that. I love it. A lot of bridges on this map too for all the water crossings, right? Yeah, and this runs, hang on, let's get the PD back up again. You can see that river basically runs through the middle of it, right? So you could very easily turn around and barge stuff from up at the north of the map down to the south, okay? And at a minimum, because I know he's keeping it realistic, mind you, so I'm not going to turn around and promise there's just going to miraculously be grain places popped in, right? Let's go out here. So there's actually stuff you can plant out here on the sandbar. Let's go here. Let's click. Let's take this copter down for a second. Can't run too fast with your pole. How's everybody doing at fishing? Does everybody bought the Highlands expansion? Okay. There you go. What I noticed is I've never caught a fish on it yet. Okay. I've done this. I've got this far, but I've not caught a fish yet. Aquatos, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. You are follower 266. How about that? Oh, something's happening. Oh, it got away. Crap. Damn, Kay, I thought I was going to have the first fish on your map. So as you sit here, see how it's going? It's getting ready. Getting ready. Damn, it got away again. We're going to catch this fish. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to catch one. This is a fishing show. No, not really. Yeah, I wasn't even getting bites on the other one. I was the other pond or water area I was in. Oh, here it comes. Hang on, try to reel this fish in, and I'll say hello. Look at that. Okay. Huh? Look at that. Trout. First fish in Cave Farms, Salem, South Dakota. There you go. Right on. Okay. So what I was going to tell you for everybody that's in here, who is, if you've bought the, so this is the farm that I bought. I bought this one here. Granddad must have had a lot of money, right? This farm is like, hang on, I don't know if this is the main one on the map or whatever, but whew, this thing's huge. So this is the cattle area there. Those three buildings there, and then these three down here are three more. And then there's all kinds of silage places and tractor storage, and it's just crazy how big that farm is. Now, what you notice here with this sandbar, okay, there's a little road here, right? Little road here. You drive out this road, and then the sandbar is such you can drive your tractor out on here and get out to it. Okay. Now it's funny. Okay, probably sees this coming already, but this would be a perfect opportunity for a sand mine and be out here with the dredgers dredging sand out in the middle of the river and digging all this out. But I am going to farm on this map. So we're going to pick a night during the week and I'm going to be on this one farming. Okay. There's another farm in progress there. There's the racetrack right there that we just went by. If everybody didn't see it, I'll show it to you again. How cool is that? A dirt track and like a tractor pull area or mud bog area. Way cool. Then there's a bridge here. Let's go see what's down in this corner down here. Again, if I haven't said it, I'll say it again. This is a new map coming out from the K Farms modding group. Name of the map is Salem, South Dakota, and they are expecting it to be out in 4 to 6 weeks, as long as there's no unforeseen problems that come out. But again, it does have its flat areas. I mean, as you look across, it does got flat, but there's definitely some elevation change. And then this big range that's here ahead of me, that's in the map too. And still trying to figure out what I want to do with that, because I'm like, oh dear Lord, I'm going to have to do something over there. Another little farm here. Let's see here. I haven't seen nothing over here. But yeah, it is in beta right now. And it is, okay, so here is your other elevator system here, right? So what I did down here, if you stay with me, see how this road leaves the elevator? I just did it because I did it because I was thinking about hauling bulk materials from down here, okay? Let's go down a little bit. I think this is work in progress here. Honestly, if you want to know, I think I seen the elevator in another part of the map that's probably supposed to be there. So what I did was, and look at this hill up here. Now there's trees all over, so you don't see it like that, because I have my tree stuff there. So I've got a barge sitting here, and I have one sitting there. But if you look, okay, if you're still here, if you look, I'm going to move my mouse here. See how the color of the ground and the water changes colors right here? I had to lower the floor of the river so that this dock would go in there like that and the boat would float correctly. Okay. And it's just something I kind of threw in there just to kind of start to see what it was going to do. My intention was start my start my quarry stuff in this field right here, use this bridge to come across, get all my stuff going, process all type stuff, and then bring it out here to the dock and load it on the barges and haul it down the river somewhere, right? That's what my thought process here was. This has got to be one of the steepest angled hills farm thing I've ever seen here, and it's got corn on here. Jeez. But look at this here. We got to check this out. Okay, he's like, man, I can't believe you're so fascinated with this hill, right? But we come in with the tractors, bring them up through this cut right here, and look at this. This is all on the map now. There's a water up here, and then look at this. I'm anticipating getting the side of this here and making this a mine underneath here, like underground. I'll dig a hole here and we'll go back underneath this here and turn that into like a limestone area or something. But look at this, how this stuff is laid out. This is all flat. I could easily dig into this one too, so this is flat on the top. You know what I mean? You could dig on this thing for 4 years and not get all that out of there. So, yeah, this here is one of the more insane areas I've seen in farm sim right here. This right here. I can't wait to see what just kind of happens out there. And you got a bridge over your farming, so I appreciate you for that. But see how this all is here? And I'm not saying you can't come in and widen this up, this waterway, and bring the barges in a little farther. Let's go down a little bit just so we can see really. Oops. Do that. So yeah, how this one works is you just fill it through these holes here. They open up, and then you run the stuff out into there. Start her up. Yeah. So this is basically two of those docks together. You know what I mean? You see the seam right here? I put them together. Missed it by that much. But I think if I had my way, I kind of put it in there just messing around. But I think if I had my way, I would probably lower the floor a little bit more of the river and I'll bring this edge down so it's a little closer, because I do have some equipment barges as well, like flatbeds, bring stuff up this way. So I'll probably figure out how to do that as well. But we're going to do some farming though. Okay, let's not get too high. All right, let's go look at this one over here. See, there's a whole set of stuff over here. Now, this is the back side of the town. Another elevator, right? Another elevator. All right. This is the back side of the town of where we started. So way down there at the top of the map where my little circle's at, that's the building we started at, the John Deere dealership, and this is the town here. It's kind of neat how it's set up. So here, let me give you some ideas, okay? So the productions on the map, the productions that are currently on the map, right, are basically these things right here, right? Some dryers and basically old feed mill and stuff, right? So a lot of people want to turn around and maybe they want to put a seed production in. They want to turn around and do, you know what I mean? Put an oil one in and all the different productions, for all the farm type stuff, right? Well, I already told you the thing's a 16X, right? So it's not like this thing don't have a ton of space on it. right? So you could literally turn around, buy this field right here, this one right here, and extend this city out, right? Extend a road out here or there and put all your production and all your commercial stuff in this square right here and create your industrial side of your town over here and then have your residence stuff over here like what you normally would, right? And that's the way it normally is, right? Is you have a residential side, and look, here's the other part that's really neat. Some of these blocks are left empty. So now you can come in and build some of that stuff out with some new houses, whatever it is, and fill it in however you want. But I would tell you by looking at this thing, right, that this has got an industrial area written all over that field right there. Right? Come in, you can take out some of these trees here, put another street in from here, put a street in, come out into here, and you could have as many productions as what you owned, if not 20 or 30, right? There's plenty of room. And like I said, with the fact that this is a 16X, and we can look real quick. I kind of got to a place where I don't really mess with fields much. You could give up 100 acres in this map right here and probably wouldn't even you'd never know it. Okay. If you didn't want to do it like that way and you wanted that field to stay, then the next thing I do is bring your grinder up here or your logging operation and set up a sawmill and take these trees out here and then create your industrial area here in this area. And the reason that even makes a lot of sense is because you know how much money you get off of wood chips, right? So you could do your farming work as long as your farming work's ahead of you. And when you run out of farming work, right, during the winter, whatever it is, you can be up here running your logging operation. Hell yeah, G-Stu. Just take them things and line them up right here along the edge, all them hog sheds, right? Okay. I don't think we visited up here, so let's go up here real quick. Did I tell you these fields are big? Did I mention that? I don't think I mentioned that. G-Stu, did I mention these fields are big? I don't think I did. There's another farm. Here's another one here with animals. Let's go down a little lower. Right? These are cows. Yep. Come in with your, already got the feed troughs in here. Right? Very nice. They see me flying over and they want me to come down and give them something to eat. Is that what they want? Little farm tucked in here, farmhouse. Nice couple sheds and some bins. Plenty of room for expansion out back here if you want to do that, right? Could start here, add a couple more sheds, silo, a couple of hog sheds like G-Stu saying, right? Let's look down here. I don't really, I thought there was something up here. Oh, this is neat here. Look at this here. This is a water crossing. I remember this here. Let's go down there and look close. Look at this here. It's got the mud up on the road a little bit from going down the bottom of the creek and then driving through. What do you think? That's pretty cool, ain't it? Get the tires a little wet. And again, there's plenty of flat, but I mean, just look at this elevation change here on some of this stuff. And man, think about the auto drive system, right? I mean, the auto drive system is going to be nuts on this map. This is actually a nice little operation here. So B Train is one of the K Farm streamers and server participants. So welcome in, buddy. Yeah, I've been watching him farm on this here, and it's crazy. I don't know what fields it are that he's on, but it's definitely huge. Look, B Train, I got something for you here too, man. Hang on. So I told Kay I'm actually going to farm on this map. Okay, look at this. I know it's not yellow, but I bought a 2-track because my understanding is you got to have a 2-track or you can't farm on here. Yeah, if you don't follow B Train, go out and give him a follow as well. Him and his girlfriend get on streaming, and they are a hoot. They are definitely a much watch. The conversation is great, um, and a little farming happens as well. Let's see here. Let me see if I can do this. Hang on, hang with me. That must not be it. I think it's this. You like to harass her? I didn't notice. When did you start doing that? Let's see if that does it. I think that does it. There you go. I think that's it. Hell, I don't know. You like harassing her? Yeah, I never noticed, B Train. I never noticed. So, but yeah. So I went out, got a 2-track, so I can fit in with everybody and do that. So, okay. Trying to think. Trying to think what else. B Train, what else do I need to show everybody? I think I've about hit on everything. I think. Yeah, he must B Train and his group or their server. They must have several of these plowed together or something because they're on fields that take 30 minutes to get to each end or something. Yeah, it is going great. It is going great. So let me see if I got this right. Say, is that right? Oh, you're not allowed to tell me. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you. Okay, got it. Yeah, hopefully to say is correct. Please tell me that if it's not, please tell me. If it's not, I'll be embarrassed. Um, 16 and 17. Deshay? Desay. Legacy, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. You are follower 267. 267. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Long A. Duh. Duh. Say. It's always questionable, buddy. It's always questionable. So let's see. He's B Train is telling me. Duh ass. A. Got it. Dear Lord, I am probably gonna be in so much trouble when I finally get to talk to her. Really? Um, you said, hang on, B Train. You said 16 and 17? It's just these two right here? All right, hold on. Oh, that's 516, 288. Yeah, that's kind of big. Yeah, I can be. I'm not now. Hang on. Oh, dear Lord, you guys, how many people are in there? I got a PG deal going here. So yeah, what he's saying is when you watch K or watch B Train them guys, they're farming on 16 and 17 is what he's saying. And then I'm assuming they're farming out of maybe this one here. Yeah. Yeah, I figured it wasn't. Okay. 16 and 17. Let's go down there. 18 and 25. Oh, 16, 17, 18, and 25. Yeah. So think about that, everybody. Think about that. If they're farming 16, 288, 800, what, 11, 1200. Let's just call it 1500 amongst friends. Okay, that's a deal. Please do, because it'll bother me if I don't have it right. And I don't mean any I don't mean to say it wrong. Let's see something. Oh, untang. Got it. Okie dokie. I like it. Yeah, the elevation changes and everything are just really, really awesome on this map. Got a radio tower up here. So, no. You're farming this field with this hill in the middle of it? Well, that sounds about right because I've never seen you go up and down. Dear Lord. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming you farmed that road. You farmed that road out of it. Wow. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Oh, you let the road divide it. Okay, got it. Unreal. Yeah, no wonder you're out here. Go up north. Hang on, make sure I got this thing on fast. Yep. Where you want to go, B train? Go to 55. Uh, got it. With a big sandbar. I'm gonna start getting my dredgers out there and dredging the sand out of that dude. Mr. Tally, how are you? Welcome in. Hang on a second. Uh, I'm in your voice channel, Chris, in the streaming channel. So when you get settled in, jump in. Okay, I'm going to 55. I can multitask. Oh, it's this big field here north of the town. Okay. Okay, so what's we doing up here, B train? Hey, were you here for this? Did you know you guys have a barge loading area up here with barges? Did you know that? And look, you got one over here waiting to come up. Bet you didn't know that. 55. 55 to 96. Oh, 55. So all the way down here. Dear Lord. And 96 is Took all them trees out. And 96 is right here. And 96 is 70 acres. 97 is 76. 130. Yeah, I can only imagine what that piece is, that chunk is. Oh, down to 94. Okay, got it. This is 94. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. So this square basically that I'm above right here, all the way down kind of to that hill, this whole square here. Sid Cross, welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. We are doing a map tour of Salem, South Dakota by K Farms. It's currently in beta, so it's not out yet for everybody, but it will be. They're looking at 4 to 6 weeks, and that's if there's no setbacks or no major problems are happening. So let's say within the next 2 months, you know what I mean? But 4 to 6 weeks is kind of the target right now. Yeah. 16x map. It has some awesome flat fields in it. It has a lot of elevation change in it for different things, as you can see there. And if you look over here, there's a lot of forestry area and hills here back in the back corner over here. There's a major river as you look through the PDA here on my left. A major river that runs right through the middle of it. And like I said, 16X, it has 2 different towns in it. It's really, really crazy. And what I'm going to tell you too is the buildings and whatnot that are used in here are all the nicest of nice, if you will. If you've been in farm sim for long enough, you know what I mean, you know what the nice buildings are, the nice productions, and the ones that are the nice ones to use. And this map already has that stuff built into it, so it's really nice. Really can appreciate somebody that pays attention to the detail and puts together these farms in such a way that you can just move in and go to work and don't have to mess with them too much. I appreciate those that want to do that. Obviously, Chris is one of them guys that he likes to build. He likes to do that, and there's plenty of room to get in here and do that. So you're gonna make me say it again too, aren't you? B Train, thank you much, man. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. But thanks, dear. How about that? But anyway, so yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Oh, that's a deal. That's a deal. Because if somebody could say it, I know I can get it done. Daz, that's, or call her Das. Okay, got it. Das. How about that? I like that. I will tell you. Okay, let's hit on this for a minute while we're sitting here. Okay, Das. Okay. I was watching B Train the other night. It was, gosh, B Train had told me when it was end of last week. He goes out doing something. Either he's running the kids to something or going somewhere doing something, and Das is at home streaming by herself. Okay, and then he's coaching through the FaceTime or something from the car as he's coming. I can tell you that she giggled for like 2 hours on doing stuff and playing the game and having just the best time that you could ever imagine. And it made my day. It literally made my day, just the fun that was had. She was so worried that she didn't know what others knew when it came to playing a game, and she didn't realize that was the best part. That's what made it so much fun. It was just good stuff. That's all I can tell you. So we will. I think she. Yeah. I think she streams through B Train's channel. So as long as you're following B Train, you'll be able to see her. Here's another one. I don't think I was at this one yet. Let's go down here. Get the helicopter down. I can't wait for them to actually get the one helicopter I'm looking for. And I actually will fly the helicopter while doing this. It's a good looking farm. Again, like I said, I used to be the type that when I first started playing this game, I would come in and first thing I want to do is figure out how to eliminate everything was on it with stuff like this, and then put some stuff down, whatever it was, maybe a favorite building or something, whatever it was. And I would tell you what, I had a change of heart probably 6, 8 months ago, and I like to just find a good farm on the map, go there, bring my equipment, start farming. Because who wants to spend 30 or 40 hours putting together a farm? I'm here to get out there and get going. You know what I mean? And to have a bunch of nice farms already set up that you can just kind of go, I think is great. And then honestly, you know what I do? I'm kind of torn. Hang on, I think we got ads going, so I gotta wait. Mr. Tally,
Hello.
how are you doing?
Good. Tired.
Good, good, good. Ball games tonight?
Yeah, he had a red game at 8 o'clock.
Okay, good deal. How'd it go?
Oh, they got their ass kicked.
Yeah, well, it's
They
kind of
played a
like,
really, really good team, and it's just like I guess they played them last week when we was in Nashville, and
okay.
the boys came into the game knowing that they was gonna lose. It just wasn't
Oh,
trying.
yeah, yeah. But that's why they play the game on any given day. Anybody can win. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's what
Oh,
I've always said.
yeah. Okay, so first question is have you been on this map? Have you seen this to this level of detail?
I have not been able to check it out since he's got the farms all put on it.
This thing is nuts.
Well, it's awesome.
It's so you and I've been me and you've been farming together for what 3 years, maybe 3 or 4,
Yeah,
and me and you've played on 16x's before, and I think you kind of know from hanging around me, I tend to not like them, right? Because they tend
yeah.
to seems like they kill your frames. It's hard to have multiple people on or something like that. I can tell you this map loads faster than most of my 4x's do. It's crazy how
Well, it runs smooth.
that's right. It's crazy how smooth this thing runs. So that's something to note to everybody too. You got to understand that when you have somebody that's doing maps and kind of knows what they're doing, if you will, for lack of better words,
Yeah.
you can actually be on these maps and they're good. Um, so that's one thing. Second thing is the detail on a 16x map is awesome. You know what I mean?
But he did a
Um,
phenomenal job.
yeah, absolutely. And then and like I was saying here a little bit a while ago, noticing the quality of buildings and houses and farms he's using, that's something that just can't go unnoticed. You know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
that a lot of times I don't know if people mod or map makers they get tired or whatever it is and they just start throwing some stuff in to fill it up and okay I'm done, right? But I've been on 3 or 4 of these farms already, right? And
Yeah.
and they're all very nice. You know what I mean?
Jump in and just go.
That's right. Yeah, they're ready for you to move your equipment in and go. Here's a black uh, roofed one here. A lot of Morton buildings, which I like. I like those buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one here. This is a barn dominium here. That one is pretty sure. And then the silos are great. So yeah, I'm really impressed. So remind me here real quick because I have you here. You got to help me with my memory. What is the 1x map that K has? What is the 1x? He's.
You're killing me here.
I know. I did it on purpose. How did I do?
Pretty
Did I
damn
do?
good.
Yeah, I did good, didn't I?
I
Um,
know the name of it. I just can't think of it.
all right. Let's see here. click this, click that. Uh, it is.
Starts with a D.
It does start with a D.
Yeah,
Livingston.
Livingston.
That's right. I was going to say Livingston. That Livingston. Correct. Okay. So we need to talk about that one real quick. I know I'm not on it. I have it loaded on. It's a different profile, but we got to talk about that one real quick. Okay. It's a 1X, so obviously it's not this big, right? Um, but if you're a Ray County fan, if Ray County is kind of your deal when it comes to maps, and you're into that, you know what I mean? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Me and Chris were old. We need help, man. Um, we
Featuring's older than me.
Yeah, well, in me and Chris's case, one of us is old and the other one is not. So I'll let
Mm-hmm.
everybody else figure that out. But anyway, I was playing with that the other night because I do get a kick out of a good 1X map, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
if you're going to just farm and you're be by yourself, you can kind of I can farm a 1X by myself if that makes sense. But if you're a Ray County kind of guy, and you're thinking that's kind of a good map. You really need to check out that Livingston map then by K Farms because it's on the same level not only with that, but it's about the same thing. Where there's like one farm and an older farm, you know what I mean, and it's just a series of roads connected together, and definitely need to take a look at that. If the 16X is too much of a thing, um, if the 16X is too much for you, if you will, or more than what you want to do, then I definitely would look into that Livingston for sure. But B Train, I can too. I just don't have a life when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I don't do anything else. But what else? This the elevation change on this thing is crazy, Chris. That's all I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yes, it is.
there's plateaus up
If you
here.
think if you think that one's got elevation, you should see the other map he has in store.
Well,
Holy shit.
yeah, I think he shared that a couple nights on his stream as well. Um, you know what I mean? I think he
Yeah.
shared that the other night where I was seeing a harvester look like it was on the side of Mount Everest or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. So no, this is really nice. Really, really nice. Great job. I can't wait to see it done. Obviously, there's a few little things here and there that he said, hey, send me some DMs, let me know. I'm not going to go over those on the stream because that's not fair. Um, but we're going to poke on a few things. I did throw a barge in the water up here.
I saw that.
And well, so here's what's funny, right? Because you're down the same mindset as K is at B Train and all that with this farm. You know what I mean? You're going to think
Yeah.
farming before you think something else. I threw it in here because of this big damn hill. I'm thinking I need something big to haul all this material away. I'm going to dig off that hill. um, but with that being said, he's got an elevator down in the bottom right corner, and then this map shows looks like a loading area there around 122. If you look on my map there, around 122, right about the where the river turns, it goes east. So you could
Yeah.
very ethanol plant. Uh, ethanol plant.
And it's nice out.
Yeah, it's been really nice last couple of days, hasn't it?
Oh.
Where?
Did you see the ethanol plant? I think he has an ethanol plant in here.
Well, that's I'm looking because there's something. There's
130.
no. It's 10:09. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay. 130. Oh, is that what's, oh no. 38, 39. Funny thing is, B Train is screaming through his computer right now. It's over there to the left. Look over there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, 138. Here it is here. So it should be right behind me. I seen something over here. Oh, this is an ethanol plant?
There it is.
I thought this was the, hang on, let me close this screen out so we can see here. So I love these outdoor corn things like this. There's a big one on the way to Bloomington all the time there,
Yeah.
right after Litchfield. And I just assumed this was an elevator. But that is cool. Hang on. Make sure tarps are open before entering scales. I did not know this. Well, now I know where all the kern's going. It's going up here. This is all. What does this say? Okay. Make sure tarps are okay. So you know what the funny thing, B Train, is about ethanol plants? That's what I build in real life. Do all the process side of things like that. So very cool. Yes, I do. That's my day job. And then I get to play Farm Sim Guy at night, which is
Or
a lot.
trucker.
Huh?
Or trucking.
Yeah, or trucking, yeah, which is a lot less stress.
Yeah, a lot less stress.
I didn't realize. I did not real. Oh, I'm still on in my. I need to get a helicopter in my actual game so I can fly my helicopter rather than do it. I like it this way too, though. But I need to get me an actual helicopter in here.
Get you an Apache helicopter.
I want the one that looks like. Tell Kyle to get you one too. All right, buddy. So when I when I was playing on Hubbard back on 22, they had the helicopter I like in there, so I'd be able to um, where I had my quarry and my farm and my house. I was all in three different corners. So every morning I'd get up at the house, I'd start my streams, I get my helicopter, I'd fly to, if I was going to farm, I'd fly to my farm. I had a helipad there, the lights around everything, or I'd, you know what I mean, or fly to whatever activity I was going to do that day. That's honestly what I like about. I can do it on 4Xs, and I do, but 16Xs, you really, you know, you put your house on one end, put your farm on another, put your civil projects on another side, and then you could just go to whatever world you want to do that particular day. And the map, you can
Right.
just do everything on it. That's to me, that's what the um, beautiful part about it is. I told him, see this field here, the sandbar.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I ain't going to be a field. That's going to be literally a sandbar. I'm going to come out here with a dredge and start dredging all the sand out of this. make make the river wider because this will have to be. Yeah, see, because this is where the river comes through here. Oh yeah, see, this is pretty narrow right here. Ooh, yeah, I didn't go look at that. But that bridge is wide right there. I'm going to bed. If I'm on, I'll be streaming through B Train channel. You have a great night. You too, Daz. Thank you for coming in here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you and B Train. Yeah, maybe that's a project, Chris, is coming in here. Because, see, the river's good after this, right?
Yeah.
So you do is come in and dredge this thing out wide enough. You don't have to do the whole thing, but just dredge out a third of it, right? And come through, clear out a little bit of this land right here, and then come up to this bridge here and go ahead and just widen this out underneath there. See how there's columns there in the
Yeah.
dirt? Just widen this thing all the way out to those so that at least the barges can go underneath there. and then get this channel, this mouth of this thing open up a little bit. So we're trying here. Hang on. Let's do this here. This will be fun. Let's go here. Oh, and by the way, I think I will have to ask to make sure for the official record, but I do think I'm the first one to catch a fish on this map. Oh yeah, I caught a trout.
Well, what, Kyle?
Notice how the fishing pole's bending over? That must be a big one. Salmon.
She said.
Look at that. That's 2. So there's a couple lakes that I went to there where Kay's going to mess with the water level. I guess water level must have something to do with that working or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you guys understand all that stuff more than I do. So let's go down here. Whew, gotta go out to big water. Yeah, this water's good. So I was talking about earlier, I can't remember if I caught one. Yeah, I've got it recorded though. We started talking about the Highland expansion a little bit here a minute ago, and asked if people had got it or whatever. And I got it because another trout, $400.
Nice.
Dude, we're eating good tonight. Um, anyway, I was asking, did people get the Highland thing, and I got it because Mike had it on a server. Okay, so I got it just so I could, I had everything I needed, if that makes sense. I didn't realize the Highland expansion has a whole bunch of more productions and fences and other placeables and everything. I didn't know there was a whole. I had no idea everything that came with it. There's actually a quarry, a production. Oh, look, Kay, I'm fishing some of your junk out of this river, buddy. Holy crap.
Well, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, caught a tar. I've caught other things like that before. Cleaning the water.
We'll blame that one on Squatch. He threw his junk in the river.
Yeah, Squatch's stuff. Okay, got it. But I did not realize, like here, productions. All right, let's go. Where are they at? I'm looking. All right, where is it at? I'm looking. I'm doing a save. Slow down. I think it's right above the, don't. Hang on, we'll find it. Oh, here it is here. All right. So if you buy the Highland thing, you get a new fish and tailor shop, a new stonemason shop. So this here, this is a stonemason shop production. So you load these blocks into it and it makes, I guess, those clay shingles and clay bricks or something. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you get this spinnery, this different looking spinnery. vegetable processing. Here is a sawmill, but look at this here. This is a quarry.
Oh damn.
So all it does, you got to add water to it, and then it produces these blocks. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I did is I took this thing. Let's see if we can do it here a little bit. Okay. So you can't see it too well. Hang on. Let me find a spot that. Hang on. Let's go over here, see if this is more of a. All right, let's see if we can see it like right here. So what I did on a map is I turn around and you take this and kind of push it back in here like this, right? You
Yeah.
push it into the side of the hill like that, and then you place it, and then you go get the stones that you get from the, from the game, the boulders and all that type of stuff, and then you stack
Yeah.
them around that whole back side there, and it makes it look like that quarry goes back into that hill then.
Sweet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then all you got to do is either haul water to it or turn on that mod that does that. But yeah, there's I don't know. Here, what's this here? Here's an actual fishing expansion, like takes good and transforms them into different ones. This is a AS25, whatever the hell that is. Tailor shop. But yeah, it's got a bunch of different things. Most of them look very European though.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is a field that I thought was small, but it ended up being like 130 acres. But did you see this here? I told B Train if I was going to hang out with them guys, I had to have a 2-track or they wouldn't let me join their club.
The 2-track club.
That's right. It's not yellow,
I
but
like the 2-tracks.
it's not yellow, but it's at least it's got some yellow, but at least it's got 2 tracks. So
Was that 9RT?
yeah, yeah. As that's a nice one. It's I don't know what horsepower it is. It's pretty decent though.
I think they're like 5.25 or 550.
This
it's the
one's
big
this
one.
one's 628. Well, hey Chris, you know how I roll,
Yeah.
right?
Go big or go home.
We roll big power.
Oh.
So anyway, got that lined up. Got a harvester sitting out there, so definitely going to pick a night and do some farming on this thing. So I did though over here because I can't survive without. I did have my civil shop over here, so my yards I put all my stuff. That was a big ass building I found. This thing big. Put everything inside there.
That's Legacy's shed, I believe.
It's big. This is nice. This is about one of the nicest sheds I've seen in a while. So
Yeah,
and
that's
look,
Legacy shed.
and look, it's already got the lights in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
Legacy builds some kick-ass sheds.
yeah, this is nice. So normally I'd have a fenced-in yard, but I think my building's going to be my fenced-in yard.
So remember when I built the co-op on that map?
Yeah.
On Redden?
Yeah.
That's the shed that I used.
Well, this is nice. Got some perimeter lights outside. So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Well, I tell you what, it's working on 10:20 for me. Let's look and see. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out tonight, looking at this map and so on and so forth. Let's look for it to be on a schedule that I'll start doing and playing on a little bit. I must be spending some time. We'll be spending some time on here. Kay, I guess, can I just send stuff to your DM, just me and you direct if I find some things here and there? If that's the preferable way, I'll do it like that. But yeah, we'll spend some time in here and see what we can do to break some stuff. And then go from there. But the map is really, really nice. And again, I can't tell you enough. I really appreciate you trusting me to not only be a part of your team and look at this, but also to put it on display for everybody else to see. I really, really appreciate you doing that. So let's find somebody to raid here, though. Chris, can you help me with
Yep.
that?
Oh, yes. If I can from my phone.
Okay, I'm looking too. Um, um, let's see. I'm gonna go over here. Please hang with me here. Rating people. I mean, it's just to me, it's important because there's it just helps everybody out to do that. So let's look here. Well, Steel Crafter's on.
Get him.
I don't see anybody else. Let's go. Let's go here. Steel Crafter 59. All right. So go in and tell him hello from the RPB network. Appreciate everybody coming to hanging out with me tonight and checking out this great map. Like I said, tell him hello, and I will see you guys next time. Looks like we are ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. God bless. See you guys. Let's do that.